Who's cut an onion before? Who's ever had a blooming onion from Applebee's?
Oh, there we go.
Ever had one? Yeah. When you get them and you order them, they're hot, aren't they? Like pretty hot. After you get a good amount, what happens? You get stuff. The inside is a little cold, right? The cold information that we all have for in our life, the personal information, is the type of information that we keep to ourselves, isn't it? You don't want to let that out too much, do you? Social penetration theory, peeling the onion back and covering a whole lot more. No, so you can see. I have a caption here that says, okay, we will both say it at the same time. Keep that in the back of your mind because I'm going to resort back to it. Social penetration theory is basically the process of creating deep intimacy with another human being, an individual, through mutual self-disclosure and avenues of vulnerability. You know, I chose this theory because it was my favorite. I chose this theory because we do this on an everyday basis. Social penetration theory. I need to get to know who you are. I need to get to know who you are. You might do this when you meet somebody in an elevator, or maybe when you talk to your boss about something. The point is, you're trying to reveal some information, and you're trying to have them reveal information about themselves. And that's the whole key. The other individual has to want to play ball, if you will. Hence, okay, let's both say it at the same time. Social penetration theory has a few levels of observation that we're going to go through. We were told that during this presentation we needed to point out some strengths and weaknesses of the theory that we're going to apply. And the strengths and weaknesses that I have found through the research and homework from this is the comparison between face-to-face communication, like you and I are doing now, and CMC, otherwise known as computer-mediated communication. What the new age individuals are doing now, texting, Twitter, emailing. Closeness through self-disclosure. I might not have pictures on my PowerPoint presentations, but the reason why I chose inverted or vertical characters is because I needed to get everybody's attention somehow. I'm not handsome. My wife thinks so. In order for us to get to know one, there seems to be a wall that we must break through. And again, this wall I've been talking about little by little. The 4 levels. The depth or degree of penetration can be observed through 4 levels: peripheral, reciprocal, rapid, and deep penetration. Peripheral disclosure is when the onion is fresh and thick. That's what I was talking about when you go and you get that onion, or when you go and you first meet somebody. You and I are going to talk about something. But more or less what you and I talk about is going to be common knowledge. According to the book, in the chapter, page 113, the second paragraph down to the right, it says that 65% of the conversation is public knowledge, something that you and I know. Because we don't want to let each other know about something we don't know anything about each other yet, right? At the reciprocal level, someone will cast a line or begin the process, if you will, of revealing information with the hopes that the other one reciprocates. And that's the sense of discernment, if you will. If I was talking to you earlier, Mary, and I said, "How's your day today?" "Good." "What did you do over the weekend?" "Nothing." Well, you can tell that at that point, certain individuals, certain conversations, you gotta gauge it. The level of penetration is where the self-disclosure amongst 2 individuals, the process can come to an abrupt stop or keep going. A great example of this is young college kids before they go out drinking. And the reason why I say this is because when you're a young college kid and you're away from your house, you're very apprehensive. You've got blinders on, you're a little fearful. All those attributes, I think, are going through some people's heads because they have to do PowerPoint presentations right now. Right? That's a great example because if as a young individual, young person in school, when they go to approach let's say, a person of the opposite sex, or somebody of the same sex, and they want to create a friendship. That's why they might enter sororities, fraternities. It breaks the monotony, if you will. I'm sorry, I keep looking. But just like you said, it's kind of tough to stand in it, isn't it? Yeah. The process of depenetration is when both parties tend to withdraw themselves and begin to close up shop. I read this verbatim purposely. That is when two of us started off strong, and you know what, we just we died. We'll still talk about things, and we can still talk about the weather and the plane that went down. Hopefully it wasn't the firefighter that drove over that other person that died, in San Francisco. But again, it all depends, and you give me that look. Once you watch the news, Joey, you'll see what I'm talking about. All these observations are applicable only when the individual is willing and to begin the self-disclosure process. Business or personal, it doesn't matter. Social penetration the theory has to be taken with a grain of salt. Again, I love this theory. The reason why I chose this is because I honestly think that this should be the #1 theory, which I believe was the 3rd theory that was taught in class. And I think it should be the first theory because we do this every day. And you might not even think it. We do it because we have to. When you go to work tomorrow, maybe when you go to work tomorrow, anybody goes to work tomorrow, try to find somebody that you haven't met before. And I'm not saying purposely go up to them and say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I'd freak myself out if I did that. But ask them a question. Ask them 2 questions. How's everything going? How's the work going? They might give you a 1-word answer, a 2-word answer, that's fine. And then venture off. Ask them a question. So, the 4th of July was great this year. It wasn't rain, it wasn't dry like it was last year. Did you do anything special? See if they give you more than a 1-word answer. At that point, you can say to yourself, you know what? Short little Greek guy from class taught me something. Well, the teacher taught me something, and he regurgitated the information. Social penetration theory. We do it every day, and don't be afraid. Here's my citations.